Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I kind of wanted to do a little bit about me and my career path, on how I struggled, where I'm at now, and just kind of to give you guys a little, I guess, like behind the scenes of how I struggled to get where I'm at now. I also wanted to do this video to motivate anybody out there that might be struggling. I know it's really hard trying to figure out what you want to do in life, and it took me a while, and I really thought that I was never gonna actually find out. Like, I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to get there, and I didn't know, like, I was confused for a while, but I'll get more into that. But yeah, I just wanted to do this video to help anybody out there that might be struggling with trying to figure out what the fuck to do in life, and just to trust God. If you don't believe in God, I guess just the law of attraction, but really have faith in yourself and believe in yourself no matter what. Like, no matter who is not on your team, who is on your team, like, it really doesn't matter as long as you have yourself. That's like #1 key. But yeah, so let's start off with my full name is Ixamaray. That's Axamaray in English for those of you guys that don't talk Spanish. I'm Mexican. I'm about to be 24. So like in a couple of days, and I'm just like, shit, like I'm gonna be 24. But I was born and raised in Ohio. I have 4 sisters and 1 brother, and a niece and 2 nephews. And I am a licensed cosmetologist, a certified lash tech, and a makeup artist. And how did I start this career? Growing up, that's always what I wanted to do. Like, I knew that I loved makeup, I loved doing hair. It's a passion. And in 10th grade, I found out that there was like a trade school that you could attend to through high school. I got my shit together that year, and I didn't miss school. I got my grades up. I was on it. I was like, I'm gonna get in this school and I'm gonna do it. And I think they picked like 42 students out of each school, and I was really nervous because it was something that I really wanted at that time, and it got accepted, and I was like happy as fuck. I was like, yay, like finally. So then I did 2 years at the trade school, and then I graduated with my cosmetology certificate. And right after school, I went and took my cosmetology exam down in Columbus, and it's like a written one and a hands-on. I passed the hands-on, and the written one I didn't pass it. And at that time I had fell in love. So I was like on a crazy move, and my ex wanted to move to Texas, and I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Like, I'm young, like I don't have any kids, like I don't have anything to lose, like fuck it, let's go. So my sister told me, like, hey, I know you didn't pass your test, like, do you want to retake it? And I was like, no, I'm just gonna retake it in Texas. I don't know why I thought that was gonna be easier, but Texas was definitely not what I expected. And I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm just gonna take it out there, and then I'm just gonna do my thing out there. So she was like, all right, cool. Like, everybody in my family was against me going to Texas. Everybody was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you don't know anybody out there. You don't have any family out there. Like, it's gonna be a struggle. Like, you're basically not gonna make it, and it's just not what you think it is. At that time, I was 18. And I was like, no, like, this is, I love him, and we're gonna make it work, and it's just gonna be, we're gonna be successful out there, and it's just gonna be great. So we ended up moving to Texas, and when I was out there, we first started living with his sister-in-law, pues su hermano. And things were great at first. Like, we got along really good and everything. But then, I don't know, like, he just started switching up on me, and I'm the type of person that, like, if something bothers me, I'm gonna let you know. So we would get into arguments, and she would say that that would cause them to argue, and then I ended up getting kicked out. Mind you, I didn't have anybody out there. It was literally like within like a month and a half. No, it was 2 months at that time. that I was out there. I didn't have a job. I was literally just like, obviously I was looking for a job because I'm not a bum bitch. Like, I don't like not having my own money, my own things. But it literally took me forever. It took me like 3 months to get a job. I applied to like 60 different places. I got kicked out, and what am I gonna do now? And he was just like, well, just call your sisters and tell them to buy you a ticket back home. And then once I have the money to get an apartment, like, I'll bring you back over here. And I was like, hell no. Like, I'm not about to go to my mom and tell her like, hey mom, like, I just got kicked out and I don't have nowhere to stay at, and can you fly me back to Ohio? Like, no, because I was like, I left the house when I was 18, and I was like, ever since I left the house, I kind of made a promise to myself to like, whatever fucking struggle I'm going through, I need to get through it by myself, because I am no longer my mom's responsibility. She has my 3 younger siblings that she needs to take care of, and I was like, I'm not about to do that. So that day I was just like, fuck, like, what are we gonna do? And luckily his aunt was going on vacation, and shout out to you, she was a real one. Like, honestly, I can't thank her enough for all the things that she did. Her and her husband, they were great. They let me stay at their house. They were in Colombia for like about a month, and even when they came back, I still stayed there for another month, and like, they never made me feel like I wasn't part of their family. Like, they always welcomed me, they always made me feel great, and I really, really appreciate them allowing me to stay there, because, or else I don't know what the fuck I would have done, because I wouldn't have came back home, because I was like, I'm not about to, after everybody told me that I wasn't gonna make it out, it was gonna be hard and everything, and then to call them back like, yo, you were right, I need to get my ass back to Ohio. I was like, no, not gonna happen. So la tia, she knew somebody from this grocery store, and she went and talked to the manager. Well, we both went, and that's how I got that job. So after that, I started working there as the bagger, pushing fucking carts and like bagging stuff, cleaning the bathrooms. Let's not even get into the fucking cleaning the bathrooms. And then I ended up getting moved up to a cashier. So then after that, my ex finally got an apartment for us. And when I'm telling you, girl, that it was a struggle, it was a fucking struggle. Like, we lived in the fucking ghetto. We lived this place, like, when he told me and described me about this place, how disgusting it was, like, todo llenos de cucarachas, like, I was like, no, he's lying to me. Like, it can't really be fucking raining roaches up in that apartment. No, bitch. I went and it was fucking raining roaches. It was like disgusting. Like, I never like, growing up, we never had roaches. So like, me living with like in a place where there was roaches, it was just like, what the fuck. But at that time, like, I didn't care about that. Like, all I cared about was like being with that person that I was so in love with. I remember going in to see the apartment, roaches are like fucking raining. It was just disgusting, and we put bombs. Like, the next day I had to come back and like clean this shit up. We didn't have a vacuum, so I had to sweep them bitches up, and like, I wore some long ass fucking boots, a coat, some gloves. I was like, ugh. Would try to keep everything with like clean with Clorox, because them bitches don't like the clean, so that's how I try to like keep them away. But yeah, I was like disgusting, and people would get shot up in there and shit. Like, we was in the ghetto. And I didn't have a car, so my goal was to like save up some money to get me a car, because a bitch was riding the bus. And mind you, like, I didn't really know much, so I was low-key scared, because I'm like, I live in the ghetto and I'm riding the bus, like, you never know. And so yeah, then I transferred to another grocery store. It was a bigger one. They had like it was like a super Walmart. It's called like an HEB Plus. I don't know if you guys ever heard of HEB. They're only located in Texas and Mexico, but it was just a big, huge grocery store. And I started working there, and then there was also a gas station by the apartments I lived at, and I started working there too. So I was working about, with both jobs, maybe about like 50 to like 60 hours a week. I don't really remember, it was around there, but I know it was more than 40 hours a week. And excuse me, that's all I would do. Like, all I did was work. Finally got me a car, and it was like, it was such a big achievement for me at that time, because I struggled a lot and getting to work all the time, walking to the fucking grocery store, walking to the bank. Mind you, like, Texas is like hot as fuck. And after that, they moved me. So I was working as a cashier. They moved me into the beauty department, and I was just like a beauty advisor for a while. And then after that, I kind of started branching to different departments that I was working. Like, my main department was still the beauty department, but then I was also helping out in electronics, general merchandise. Once I was already at HEB, I decided to like actually start looking for like a salon job, just to like get my foot in as an assistant or a receptionist or anything. And it was really hard. And I came to find out that in order for me to like get my license again, I had to like retake both tests. Mind you, I had to buy all of the stuff for the hands-on test, and I didn't know shit for the written test. I didn't know if it was gonna be different in Texas. I didn't fucking know, and it was also far for me to like take the test, like where I had to go. So I just kind of like, I put my dreams on hold for a while. And then I really enjoyed working at HEB though, because like, I think it had the management played a big part on me liking that job. Everybody was super cool. Like, my manager was cool as fuck. My coworkers were cool. And the one day I had my evaluation, and they really liked how I worked. So she offered me a manager position. At that time, when I had my evaluation and she was telling me this, it was my time to put my 2 weeks in, because things between my ex and I weren't really like going so well. We were together for almost about 5 years, but we just kind of didn't see eye to eye. Like, I'm a very like ambitious person. I have goals, I have things that I want to achieve, and I just felt like we weren't at the same level. So it was just kind of like, you know what, I think it's just, I'm better off going back home. Which, it was fucking hard for me to make that decision, because when I'm telling you, I love this nigga. Like, I put him on a pedestal, and it's like, no girl, if you're going through a hurt breakup, or you're in a bad relationship right now and y'all toxic for each other, peace out. Like, y'all need to go. Because honestly, when I'm telling you that me leaving him and me moving back home, it was literally the best decision I could have done. Like, it's been 3 years since I've been here, and I've come such a long way, and I don't regret anything. The only thing I do regret is pausing my career. But other than that, I don't regret anything, because it made me who I am now. It made me like realize my worth. It made me mature a lot. It was fucking hard. But then when I moved back, I didn't know where I was gonna work at. I didn't know shit. The only thing I knew was that I was moving back to Ohio. So I moved back. The second day that I was here, I went to my old job, which was a hair salon, and I asked if they needed help. Luckily, at that time, they were desperate for a receptionist. So it worked out. I started working right away. I loved that job. Everything was good. Like, the owners are actually family of mine, and everything was great. They allowed me to study while I was there for my test, which at that time I was still not licensed, and it was nice. But then, I don't know, things started changing up, and I just was at the spot where I didn't want to go to work anymore. I didn't want to wake up every morning. Like, every morning I woke up, kid you not, it would like drag. Like, I did not want to go to work. Like, I hated it. And one day my manager said, I asked her something. We got in a little conflict, whatever, and she said, well, if you don't like it here, why are you still here? And at that moment, it was like, you ever feel like como que se te cae la sangre hasta los pies, or however the fuck you say that? Like, it just felt like, oh, what the fuck? Like, what do I say? I went upstairs, I called my older sister, and I'm like, yo, I don't want to be here no more. Like, I don't want to fucking work here no more. Like, at that time, I was also working at Sephora. So I had 2 jobs. So I was like, I don't fucking want to work here. Like, what do I do? And she was like, you know what? Fuck it, leave. Like, if you need, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna, because I was stressing about money at that time. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough money to pay my rent. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough money for this, that. And she's like, look, girl, leave. Like, if you need help, I'm here for you. Like, just leave, sis. I was like, you know what? She's right. Went back downstairs and I was like, hey, you know what? I'm leaving. And she was like, yeah, that's the best thing you can do. So I was like, okay, I'll come back and get my check Friday. But like, shout out to you, because would have never told me this, my ass would probably still have been there, because I don't know why when I was there, I felt like I was there, but I knew that I wanted greater things and bigger things. But I was scared that that was never gonna happen. I was scared that if I left, I wasn't gonna have another salon job. I was scared that, I don't know, it was just this, I had this fear that I wasn't gonna succeed if I wasn't there. I don't fucking know why, but that's how I felt. So then after that, I chilled for a little, and I was like, I'm just gonna work at Sephora while I figure out what the next move is. Like, cause I didn't want to apply to just any salon, because I was like, I want to make sure that the salon that I'm going to, I'm getting the education I'm looking for. And I was already out of the school for like 3 years, and it was just kind of like I had to get retrained, and I wanted to be sure that I was like in an assistant program and everything, because it was hard for me. Like, hair isn't easy. I think I took like about 6 months off, and then I started looking, and I would be up like researching different salons and like look at their Instagram, everything. And one day I was up till like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I came across Cleveland's Hot List, and I seen that the salon that I was working at after my first salon was #1 rated in 2017. And I was like, yo, like, this is where I want to work at. And I started like looking up their Instagram and everything, and I was like, this is where I want to work at, this is where I'm going to work at, and I'm going to get this job. It took like about almost 2 months to get hired on and everything. But then I started the downtown location. This salon has 10 different locations in Ohio, and I started downtown, and it was great. I loved it. I love the people there. I love the downtown vibe. Everything was great. I met some really good people. And then one day my mentor came up to me, and she was like, hey, like, I need to talk to you. I'm like, what's up? She's like, hey, I'm leaving. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go rent my own suite. And I was just like, shit, like, now what? Like, the person that was teaching me is now leaving. Like, what's the next move? She's like, well, we have a really good location out in Solon, and that was a little bit farther out from where I live. She's like, there's a lot of stylists that could help you there. They have a lash, oh, mind you, in May I had got lash certified, but I didn't start actually, May of 2018, I didn't start actually doing lashes, taking clients in, until November 2018. In the meantime, I probably did my cousin's lashes about 4 times, if so, but that was it. And she was like, well, they have a lash room and they need a lash girl. So then I was like, hey, that works out perfect, because I'll have their clients without like actually taking their clients, because nobody else offers this. So I was like, yeah, that's great. So everything just sounded great. So I moved to that location, and at first, I mean, everybody was cool. It's just like, I didn't really have a mentor. There was 2 people like bumping heads on like who wanted to be my mentor, but like one person would tell me one thing and the other person would tell me another thing. And then it was just like a bigger salon, so I had to like make sure I was picking up and cleaning up after everybody. And I just started feeling like I was just like being their bitch. Mind you, I was getting paid like minimum wage. I wasn't getting any tips. Like, I felt like I wasn't really learning anything, and I was driving about like fucking 45 minutes from my house. Winter was coming up, and then I started feeling again like I felt at my family salon, where I just felt like I didn't want to go to work no more. I hated it. I just didn't want to go in no more. And again, I started feeling again like, fuck, if I leave here, it's such a big company and like they, like the name is so well known. I was like, if I leave here, like it's done, like it's over, like what am I gonna do with my life? And it took me about a month to finally have the balls to like quit. So I put my 2 weeks in and it felt fucking great. At first it kind of felt like, I don't know if this is the right choice, but it felt like the right choice. And after that, I think I left in October. September, I was still just kind of figuring out what the fuck. Like this whole time from like 20s to my 23 years, I didn't fucking know what I wanted to do. Like I knew I wanted to be a cosmetologist. I knew I wanted to be a lash tech. Like I knew that, makeup artist. I knew that, but I didn't know, like I didn't see the vision. I didn't see where I was going. I felt lost and confused, and it was just like the worst feeling ever. And after I quit, one day I was chilling with my girlfriend, and I was just kind of like chilling there, and then it just clicked, like boom. And I talked over her, and it was just kind of like me just saying things, and I was like, oh, this is what I want to do, this is what I'm gonna do, and this is what I'm gonna do to get there. And from there, November of 2018 was when I made like a little flyer of eyelash extensions that I was providing this service now. When I put that flyer up, I didn't think anybody was gonna hit me up. I'm actually gonna leave my beauty account down below so you guys can go ahead and check it out, follow me. And I was actually really surprised about how many girls had hit me up. I was like, oh shit, like okay. And ever since November till now, we're in May, like ever since then I've been getting so many clients. Like it's crazy. Like I no longer work at a salon, and I no longer want to work at a salon. My main goal is to not work for somebody for the rest of my life. Like that's my goal. I don't know what the fuck I gotta do, I don't know what I gotta sell, whatever it is, but I'm gonna figure it out. I refuse to be fucking 57 years old and going to a fucking 5 to 9 that I hate. No, I just can't. Right now, I actually stopped working at Sephora, and it was like a Sephora inside of JCPenney's, and I stopped working there and I moved into JCPenney. So right now I'm just doing like it's kind of like just merchandise. I just put out, I help out with like the truck, make sure everything's out on the floor, and it's like morning shifts, so it works out for me because then like the rest of the day I have clients, so it's like perfect right now. And I don't even know, like to think that 3 years ago I was living in a shitty ass place, and now I'm self-employed part-time and part-time at another job. But my main goal is to be self-employed full-time and not have a 9 to 5. Like right now, I don't even remember the last time I stressed about money. Like when I had first moved here, girl, was I stressing. Like I really thought I was never gonna like achieve any of my goals. I thought I was gonna be stuck and I wasn't gonna do this, I wasn't gonna do that. But it's just that little voice in your head that fucks you up, and you can't let that take over. You gotta chase your dreams, like no matter what. Mind you, when I got back, like my mom, the one person that I wanted the support from the most, didn't support me. She didn't support the fact that I wanted to pursue this as a career. She was like, you're not gonna make money. Like there's a lot of girls that are doing this in my hometown now, like cosmetology, lashes and all that shit. But I'm like, all of that doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, when you go to the fucking bread aisle, how many types of bread do you see from different companies? A lot, right? Like not everybody's gonna be for you, and you're not for everybody. Like it doesn't matter. Like people might like your word, people might like your personality better. Like it just, there's enough for everybody. And there was a time and period where like I was comparing myself to people. Like 2 years ago, I would see people on Instagram and be like, damn, my work isn't that good like hers, or oh damn, she did this and I didn't do that, or like, oh damn, he got this but I don't have that. But don't compare yourself to others, because I've been working since I was 13. I started babysitting and helping my grandma out. She had like a little home restaurant and I was helping her out. Like, I've been grinding since I was young. So all this shit that I have is because I gave it to myself. And sometimes I do think about, damn, like, well, at that time, now I don't really give a fuck about others. Like, shit, if you're doing good, shout out to you and I'm happy for you. Like, I don't want to be no hater. But I would sometimes be like, damn, like, he has this car or he has this and I don't have that. Mind you, that person's already 30 something. That person has parents that have money. I didn't have parents that had money that gave me everything. Like, I had the stuff because I had to work for it. And that's how it is still. And at one point, I was kind of like mad at my mom because I had to work at a very young age to buy my fucking school supplies. But now I look back at it and I'm like, yo, mom, like, I even told her, like, shout out to you for making me do that, because like that made me who I am now. Like, I'm a very hard worker, I'm a go-getter, like I'm all about the hustle, like, and it's all because that's how I was raised. If I would have been given things to when I was little, I feel like I would have been lazy. And one of my goals is to hopefully one day I'm able to replace all of the things that my mom gave me, like have a roof over my head, have food and shit. Like, I want to be able to be successful enough to enjoy my life, be financially stable, travel. I fucking love traveling, and just be surrounded by people that give a shit about me, and be able to like tell my mom, look, ma, you ain't even gotta worry about that rent. Oh, me now. One day, mom, I got you. Cause I just feel like nobody can replace my mom, and no matter what we've been through, and no matter that she didn't support the dreams that I have or had at that time, because I've achieved some of them, all of that don't matter, because at the end of the day I believed in myself. And now to say that 3 years later I'm getting so many clientele, like each month I'm making more money, it's just crazy that I didn't give up and started working at a factory. There was many times that I wanted to, because like I said, I was struggling about money, but not once that I gave up. And I just wanted to do this video to show you guys, well, not show you, but tell you, and you guys can picture my story of how far I've come in 3 fucking years. 3 years, and I'm just so grateful for everything I have. Like, y'all don't even understand. When I think about my career and where I've come, I get like goosebumps. You know that feeling where like when you're around somebody you like and you feel nervous and you feel like butterflies in your stomach, and you just feel happy being around them. That's how I feel about where I'm at right now in life and with my career. And I just want to say thank you to all of you guys that have subscribed to my channel. I know I only have like 67 subscribers, but honestly that's a lot for me, because it even took me a while to do this whole YouTube thing. And shout out to all of my clients, to all of my loyal clients, to all of my future clients, to everybody who supports me. I truly appreciate it, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Like, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here. And I'm just so grateful of, I'm getting a little emotional, of how far I've come. And I just want to be a great example for the young. I want to be an example for my siblings. And I just want to tell you guys to never stop chasing what you love, no matter what. Like, shit's gonna get hard, but that's just part of life. Like, things gotta be hard in order for them to be easy. It's just like good and bad. Like, it has to balance itself out, but you just have to believe in yourself, love yourself, fucking respect yourself. Don't let nobody treat you like shit. If somebody's treating you like shit, once again, peace out. You gotta go, because if you're not doing good and you're not taking care of yourself, you can't take care of nobody else. But this was just kind of like, I want to keep it real with you guys and let you know my struggle and everything, and where I'm at now. And I just want you guys to see that we all go through shit, and it's not only you, and you're gonna get through this. You just gotta believe in yourself, have faith, and if you do believe in God, talk to him. He got your back, and don't give up. But once again, like I said, love yourself. Key number 1, love yourself. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If there's anything else you guys want me to film or talk about, leave me a comment below. If you didn't like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll leave my link below for my personal Instagram and my business account, so if you guys want to go ahead and follow me, you guys can. And once again, thank you all for supporting me. Till next time, bye.